Hello, Taken, and welcome back once again to Double Dad's Day Off here with Grim Dawn, the Ashes of Malmouth. As always, I am your host, Apprentice Dad Trellan, and I am joined by Veteran Dad, the man himself, the myth, the legend, the absolute nobody, Ryco.
Swiggity swooty, we back again with that booty.
Oh, wait.
Despite me like in every other episode
Hold on. That's the booty we're talking about. Hey, David, stop moving. Damn you, David. That's the booty right there. We're talking about that. I'm staring at that booty right now. I like the booty. Give me the booty. That's why we got David around. He's thick with 10 C's.
THICC.
No. Double C. Don't undersell how thick David is, man.
David's Thiccmaster flex.
If your name's David, you thick, son.
You thick with capital T.
You thick. You gotta say it like that when there's that many C's in it. Thick. Thick.
Okay.
I'm sorry, David, if we just made you feel very uncomfortable. It also made us feel very uncomfortable, so you're not alone.
It did.
Alright. Oh, goodness. Wait, where are we even going?
I'm just going around back onto the... Because I didn't see a way to get through. It was blocked off.
Fair enough. Grobble, Snake Clan champion. Wait, is that a name or a Grobble Snake Clan? Whatever, he's dead now.
We'll never know.
Is that your name? Oops, I killed you.
It's breaking the fourth wall. It is early in the morning, as we have so said. And I went and walked, or I live in an apartment complex, and I live on the top floor. And I went back to take a McWhizzer, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's not really early, but it's decently early.
Okay.
And some fucktard, I don't know where, is just blasting music right now.
Oh
and
my
I just
God.
I just hear through my wall, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? It's not even 9 o'clock yet. It's 8:16. It is specifically 8:17, excuse me, in the morning, and there's bass coming through my wall.
People are giant bags of douche.
And like, I don't know. Anyways.
This is why I hate living in apartments, because people are always just douche bags. They are canoes made out of douchebags. Douche canoes, if you will. Lovely.
And unfortunately, since we live in a great state where if you make $117,000 a year, you're still considered poverty in some areas.
That's the
we
Bay
are forced
Area.
to live in apartments. Yep.
I just moved up from Santa Cruz. That's where I was at, man.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. Like, I was watching this streamer, and I don't know where he lived. He lived in like a or something, and they were talking about housing prices, and like, I was saying like, you know, at the time, I was like, yeah, I know, like me and my girlfriend, we probably make about $60K a year together, you know, which is it's okay. This was a couple years ago, and he was like, are you serious? Like, that's a shit ton of money. You could have like a 3-story house here. Like, I could barely have an apartment here with that.
Yeah. To be fair, though, the minimum wage wherever he lives is also going to be kind of reflective of that fact. So you probably wouldn't be making $60,000 together there.
No. Yeah, I agree, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know what our finances are now. Well, I do know what our finances are nowadays, but I'm not going to share that information with you guys because you guys aren't my best friends yet. If you guys like, subscribe, share, and kiss my feet, then I will tell you anything you want. Social security number, driver's license number, credit card information, anything you want.
Dude, let me get those feet real quick.
Yeah, you gotta come over here and give my feet a little rub and a smooch, so. And let me give you a little inside information. I only shower once a month, so.
That's true, he does. He keeps on talking about how my nickname was Skidmark. What he didn't tell you is his nickname is Stank.
Stank.
Cause he's stank.
I went down the stairs.
Okay, you went down the hole. That seems like a you thing to do. Hey, are you proud of me? I just remembered to turn on the timer.
Yay! We'll have a timed episode.
Like,
Hip,
we
hip,
are a couple
horrors.
minutes in, so it's not going to be like a perfectly timed episode, but... So, speaking of your nicknames and all that stuff, way back in episode 3, you got all of our hopes up when you talked about telling us about what you were like in high school, and you haven't done that yet. Are you ready to tell us?
You're gonna bring that back, huh? Hey, I found a
yeah.
secret area over here. That's nothing's in here. It's just
Except
a
for this
broken
dead body
wall.
with loot.
Oh, except for that dead body with 2 greens.
I got
Okay,
3 greens. Suck it.
In high school, so I've always been a connoisseur of the hippity hop, and
that you have, yes.
And when I was in high school, Mac Dre, the big hip hop legend in the Bay Area, in case there's people who don't know who Mac Dre is, died. And this movement happened called the Bay Area Movement, where the Bay Area hip hop scene exploded and got really popular again because obviously Mac Dre passed away and everybody was sad and all that kind of stuff. So all the influence from the Bay Area kind of moved up north and more so around California. So my attire during high school was 4X tall tees. Granted, I'm about 5'8" in high school, maybe 5'7". So we're talking shirts that go down to my knees, bandanas out my back pocket, bejeweled t-shirts that have Mac Dre doing the Thiz face, pants that were too big and rubber band at the ankles so you could show off your Nikes.
Yeah.
And I didn't live in any area where this was a common way to dress. I lived in a small town, and it's bigger now, but I lived in a smaller town, so there was definitely a lot of towny kids that dressed this way too, though. Like, for some reason, our small town, like when Mac Dre passed away and the Bay Area influence came, like, it was like a big deal. Like, everybody up there, we're not even like that close, but we're not that far from the Bay Area. So I don't know, man. I just got really, really deep into this, the Thiz dance. And I mean, and as weird as it sounds, I never did drugs. I didn't do like ecstasy and Thiz and all that shit, but I still, like, you know, I'd drink and I'd go, you know, dance and be stupid and, you know, hang out in my car and, you know, ghost ride the whip, all that kind of shit. But yeah, so that was me in high school.
You know what my favorite thing about this whole thing has been? Ever since you started talking about you in high school, your energy level and the tone of your voice is just like, it sounds like you're recalling some past tragedy or something. Like, you're super subdued. You're like, yeah, this is what happened. Yeah. And here's why it happened. And yeah, that was me.
It was. I mean, I wouldn't. Oh.
Yeah, this guy's
died.
tough.
Shit. I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm embarrassed, but I mean, obviously, I look back and I'm like, wow, I was a ridiculous human being.
I was a ridiculous human being.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's a pile of loot, man.
Yeah, it was. I got an ancient heart too.
Nice. I did not get one of those. I did get Mistwalker leggings, which are blue legs that are kind of meh.
I also got like a gray item. What the hell was that? Not gray. Spell woven threads. Oh, it's used in hand armor only.
Oh yeah. So
burden.
if you get a component that's kind of like that weird yellowish grayish color, that's really good. Also, come over here because I just opened up an amazing horde. Yeah, you definitely want to hang on to those components and like hoard them.
Shit.
I won't pick up your greens. Don't worry.
Thanks. I am full.
Do you do,
you
lightning and electric? Oh wait, you use guns. Never mind. Sorry, go on.
Do you use tomes in your offhand?
I do. I've got one that I like a lot right now, but if you got like a really good one, I would check it out.
All right, we'll check it out in town. I'm gonna go grab this bristly fur, and then I'll come grab my greens when I come back.
See what's left of my wares.
So Ryco told us all about him in high school. While we're doing our town stuff, I guess it'll be my turn to tell you guys about the glory of me in high school. I was not too much into the hippity-hoppity. My best friend was, though, so I know all about the hippity-hoppity. He wasn't quite as into, like, the specific, like, local hippity-hoppity stuff. He was a little bit more of just, like, you know, the mainstream hippity-hoppity. But he had some hops and some hips going on. What I had going on was, I don't know if I really had any one style. I would kind of view it as like the eclectic loner style, where I hung out with like 3 different groups of friends that were like not really all that close of friends anyway, and I just kind of took on all of their stuff. So I had like some goth going on, I had some gamer geek going on, and I had like a tiny bit of skater going on. So I wore, in very early high school, like late middle school, I was rocking those Jinkos.
I was just gonna bring those up. I love Jinko jeans.
I actually kind of miss Jinkos, to be honest.
They tried to bring them back.
They're just not the style anymore. Ain't nobody gonna buy Jinkos that didn't wear them when they were
Hell no. Hell no.
But yeah, the jeans that you could fit like 3 people inside of, and you just wear them as one person. I got giant like embroidered pictures on the butt.
Yep.
They were actually on the back pocket, but it's pretty much on the butt. So I was rocking those. As I got later on in high school, Jinkos stopped being a thing, and so they weren't really made anymore. So I upgraded to other kinds of apparel. I shopped a lot at Hot Topic, not as much as others, but you know, a decent amount. And my favorite pair of jeans, ooh, Myvin's Tome. Let me look at this before I tell you guys about my favorite pair of jeans. This is for an Arcanist, which is a bummer. It does a bunch of elemental damage, which I don't do that much of. That's also a bummer. I do vitality, poison, and cold damage mainly. I mean, I guess I'll hold on to this and see if I need it at level 25, but I might not use it. So yeah, I upgraded my favorite pair of jeans for the majority of high school. I don't think I have them anymore. I had them up until I moved to Japan, at which point I think I finally got rid of them. But they were a giant pair of black jeans. I think they were actually even bigger than Jinkos. So, like, imagine how big the Jinkos were, where you could fit 3 legs inside of 1 leg. You could probably fit like 4 legs inside of there. And then on the back, they had sewn into the fabric some nice metal loops. And you could connect to those loops, which would then connect the pant legs together, chains. There was like 4 chains that would connect together, and they hung enough so that you could definitely walk in them. If you tried to run, you were going to have a bad time. But I didn't do any kind of physical activity when I was in high school. Ryco over here mentioned like going to some dances and stuff and hanging out with friends. Never did that. Did not go to a single school dance or any parties or anything like that. I played video games all the time. And yeah, that was me. In my final year of high school, I found out in a very weird turn of events that I could have been popular for a decent chunk of high school, because like a bunch of the popular kids, for some reason that I still don't understand, like knew me, and they definitely didn't think I was cool, but they like liked me. And I had a class with like none of my friends in it and a bunch of the popular kids, and the seating chart had me sit near them. And like they were like, oh hey, what's up? And like I'll use my internet name. They're like, hey, what's up, Trellan? How's it going? And they were like talking to me, and I was like, I thought you all hated me. So for all of high school, I just assumed that all of the popular kids hated me, and it turns out they didn't. So instead, I wore chain pants and hung out with the goth kids, which I'm glad I hung out with the goth kids because I liked them quite a bit. They were pretty good friends, but I could have had a bigger friend group for sure. Yeah, that was me in high school. And still, to a decent extent, me now. I just don't have those rockin' pants anymore.
You definitely would if you could, though.
Dude, if I could rock out some chain pants, I might still wear them.
Do you remember in high school, like, those big chain, like, ball necklaces?
Oh my god, yeah.
And then the one kid in the whole school that found out about what an anal bead was, and then everybody just fucking made fun of whoever wore those and called them anal beads.
You know what, I can't one-up the anal bead part of it, but in terms of, like, late 90s, it's actually much more of an early 2000s thing. Early 2000s fashion, shark tooth necklace.
Yes. Or fucking puka shells.
Yeah, I was about to say, followed up by the puka shell necklaces.
Yeah. Yeah. The pooks.
The
Fucking
pooks.
go on a vacation, get your puka shell necklace, come back, think you're really cool, and then the one kid in class is like, that's a stupid fucking puka necklace. You're like,
Nobody wears those anymore.
freaking nerd.
Fuck you, Johnny.
When I was even young, yeah, fuck you, Johnny, you little dick.
If your name's Johnny, fuck you.
Yeah, you're probably a dick.
Sorry, go on. You were about to tell a story before I lashed out against Johnny and how much of a dick he is.
I don't even know, man. Johnny's got me too mad.
Just heated over Johnny. Got that Johnny heat going.
Okay.
So, since we're talking about, you know, like high school and fashion trends and things like that, I don't know, maybe you've already mentioned it in what you talked about here, but what's your biggest fashion regret? Like, I know that neither of us are really into fashion, so I'm not talking like, you know, oh, I wore white after Labor Day. But like, what's, like, everybody's got that thing that you wore, and now you're like, what the fuck? Like, what's that for you?
Dude, it's gotta be either bleached spiky tips
Oh,
on
I
my
had
hair,
those too, yeah.
or my bowl cut.
Oh, man. You know, I don't regret the bleached spiky tips. I'm not gonna lie, I rocked those, and I'm proud of it. That was a thing of the times. But I also had the bowl cut. I think our moms collaborated on the bowl cut.
Yeah.
But your mom ended your bowl cut at a reasonable time. My mom, like, because I was a very, like, shy and withdrawn kid, so, like, I just didn't really have my own fashion sense in anything until, like, about, like, the end of middle school. I full-on rocked that bowl cut until the end of middle school. In 8th fucking grade, I still had a goddamn bowl cut, man.
Damn. Brutal.
So don't tell me about regretting the bowl cut, okay? Because you will never know the regret of being a fucking 8th grader and finally, like, that's when I got my spiky hair. And
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was like an end of an era.
yeah. That was when I moved to Roseville, and I moved in with my dad. Oh, there's a secret wall over here.
Okay.
And I decided, new Roseville, new lifestyle, new Thomas. Ain't nobody got to know that I had a bowl cut until the end of 8th grade. I spiked that hair up, and then I immediately made one of my other biggest fashion regrets. I went to my high school orientation, right? So end of 8th grade, all the 8th graders get together and they go visit the high school that you're going to, and they've got, you know, like the outgoing senior class and all that stuff, and they're all there to tell you what it's like, you know, being a high schooler and what you can expect and everything. I wanted to put my best foot forward and, like, impress everybody with how cool and fashionable I was. I moved to Roseville at the end of 8th grade, so I was in, like, an 8th grade middle school there for, like, 2 months. So I had a couple of friends I had just met, and I wanted to show them how my fashion had changed and updated and become really cool over the summer. So, you know those really oversized, like, print shirts? They're not quite like Hawaiian shirts, but, like, they usually had, like, you know, like a dragon picture and like they were kind of like silky and stuff like that. I came to my high school orientation dressed up in like the biggest oversized tiger and dragon print shirt you have ever seen. And I was so proud of it. I thought it was the coolest thing I ever could have worn, was that tiger dragon print shirt to the first day of high school orientation. And nobody gave me shit about it because they were actually like, that school, I grew up like, so I went to, you know, the same middle school that you went to for a little bit. And there was a lot of like bullies in that school, and I got super bullied there. Which is why I think in high school I just assumed all the popular kids weren't gonna like me. Like the middle school and high school I went to in Roseville were like much nicer and much more accepting, so nobody bullied me for it. But when I think back to the reactions I got from my friends at the time, like they were like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I heard it, it's like, "Man, that's really cool. You're awesome." But now when I think back to like the tone they said it in and the look on their face, I think what was actually happening is like, "Oh, that's really cool.
That's interesting."
Nice choice, Trellan. Yeah." So that was, yeah. I've got a lot of fashion regrets in my life, man. I am not a fashionable man. Whew.
I have no regrets because I just live that no regret life.
No regrets.
And to further that, one of my gamer tags is Swagasaurus.
I was gonna say you've got the Swagasaurus tattoo.
I do have Swagasaurus tattooed on my knee, and it was my first tattoo. My friend did it. Still to this day, I don't regret it. I love it. It is hilarious. It makes me laugh. I don't care because I usually don't wear shorts that are higher than my knee anyways. So, oh hey, I'm back in the cave. I didn't realize you weren't here. And it is amazing. I was gonna get a dinosaur tattooed above him, but my friend ended up moving. I don't know. I think he lives up in Washington now, or Oregon. But yeah, and I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, the Swagasaurus. That's a good one. That's some quality Swagasaurus action going on right there.
Where are you? You still in town?
Yeah, I got a few new skills, so I was putting them on my hotbar. I'm back.
Damn, about time. Jesus. I mean, what?
I got an upgraded David. He's a little bit stronger now. He looks the same.
Damn.
But he generates additional threat, and he like gives debuffs to the enemy, and he does more poison damage now. So he's a bigger and badder David. We got to add one more C to how thick he is.
I found some dynamite, by the way.
Oh, sweet. It's really early to find dynamite. Usually we don't do that. Maybe we should go back to that little secret cave and secret it up.
Do you remember where it is? Because I'm down. We'll probably make it through the cave, though, here, so we have the checkpoint or whatever.
Yeah, once we get to our... it's going to be a while, actually, till we get to the next rift portal. That's one of the things I don't like about this first act, is like the next rift portal is super far away. We pretty much have to go through the entire town before we finally get the next one.
Okay. That's booty butts.
Alright, so I got like an oh shit button skill here because it's a little, it's this thing. It's a little Nova, and it does like, I leech them, but the radius on it is super short.
That's cool. So like gets you a bunch of health back in case you're dying.
Yeah, if I'm like surrounded by enemies and getting that old train run on me. Oh, gotta sneeze. Ugh. I tried to move the mic away from my mouth, so hopefully that didn't deafen our viewers. It might have still deafened them though, because I have loud, full body sneezes.
I just became despised with somebody.
Yeah, probably the Aetherials. That happened to me too.
Oh.
It's good. The more despised you get with them, like, so right now it just does extra spawns, so more stuff comes out. But like when you get to hated, it does extra hero spawns, and then like when you get to the max, which I've never actually gotten to because it takes a lot, you get like nemesis spawns, which are super bosses. Why'd you go that way, by the way? You should come back out.
Oh, I was just getting the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a big blue eye.
Yeah, we got that overmind.
Hey, if you want to look up something cool, look up blue waffle on Google.
I feel like this is a trap. All right, let's go over here.
Oh no, no, you don't do it. You don't do it. I'm talking about the viewers. You
Oh,
don't do it.
I still feel like it's a trap. Don't do it, viewers. He is misleading you. Let's start this big old boss fight. It's not actually a big old boss fight, but it's a little bit of a boss fight. Warped Mutant Bludgeon of Alacrity. Oh, that was easy.
Heretic's Tome. Then maybe this one will be better for you. Let's see.
Restorative Copper Banded Tormented Souls. Oh, Vitality damage. I used that. Let me...
I don't think this is for you, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways.
Okay. Oh, and it's +1 to Drain Essence as well. That's nice. Heretic's Tome. It's Fire, Chaos, Crit. Yeah, I think that's another, like a cultist item. A cultist does a bunch of chaos and fire and stuff. Oh, there's a ornate strongbox here. It's got some items in it. Actually, some decent items. Some green.
Where does this one lead us? This star over here. Is this where we need to go?
This is to get Kasparov's apprentice that he left in the dungeon because he hates her and doesn't care about her. He's a misogynist. He hates the womens.
Wow, I love the women's.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't. I hate everyone equally.
Me too. It's okay. Kasparov sent me. Go home. Get out of here.
Get out of here, you crazy woman.
You know what get out of here is in Japanese?
What?
Achinike.
Achinike.
Achinike. It's just,
you know,
it's fun to say. I like it.
You know what come here, bitch, in Russian is? Iditi suda suka.
Ititi duda suka. I did not say that right.
It was close enough.
You don't speak the Russian.
I know two sayings. I know come here, bitch, and fuck off.
Nice. Those are all the sayings you need, really.
I mean, it's true. Yeah, I had, I still do have some friends that are Russian, but, I used to drink and hang out with them. I used to drink and hang out with them and stuff, and, every time I'd get drunk, I'd be like, teach me something in Russian, and they'd, like, teach me all this stuff, and then, like, I'd forget it all by the morning, and I'd forget I even asked. But those were the two that stuck.
That's the single biggest thing that I hate when somebody, like, learns that I speak Japanese, and they're like, oh, say something in Japanese, because my mind immediately goes blank, and like I can't think of anything to say. And then it looks like I don't actually speak Japanese. Got some greens. Danny, it makes me feel very self-conscious, by the way, when I tell a joke and then I laugh about it, and you're just dead silent. Like, cool, my joke sucked.
I do say stuff. It's just not picking up what I'm saying. Not picking up what I'm putting down.
I never pick up what you put down. Alright, let's, we're in a weird place because I want to go back and jump into that secret area, but we have a bunch of the map we haven't cleared out. Actually, we can, this is good because the next area we need to go to is right above us, and we took the left path. So if we leave and then come back at the starting portal of the town, we can take the right path and have the whole thing explored. So let's
I don't even know where you went.
I'm going back to town. Yeah, I was standing right next to you, by the way. Just putting that out there, like literally side by side. And you were like, I don't even know where you went.
That's bullshit. You were not standing by me. I call bullshit.
I saw you, okay? I saw that booty. There is no mistaking that booty.
Alright, I'm coming back to town. Hold on.
Hold on.
And I'm here.
I'm gonna drop some stuff off in my stash. If you turn in the Kasparov's Apprentice quest, then we'll be good to go on that.
Okay. Then we'll go turn in the Apprentice. The Apprentice.
And then, because it's been close to 30 minutes, we should wrap up this particular episode and come back next time to clear out the secret area with your dynamite.
Riggedy, rapid. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. All right. Down. I'm diggity down.
All right,
Riggedy
I did
whack.
the last 2 outros, so you know what that means.
Does that mean it's my turn?
That means it's your turn.
All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for coming out and watching Double Dare Dad Team Time veteran stuff off, and we appreciate your love and your support. And whoa. Just kidding, I'm just messing with you. Hey guys, thanks for coming out. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching our video and showing support and smashing that like button and coming and hanging out, like I said, 17 times. And you guys have a good rest of your day. And we will see you next time on Double Dare Dad 5000.
Dave's got booty. Look at the booty. David like booty. He got the booty. Boy.